Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. And for those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I am the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I'm going to perform a reading for you guys today. Okay, so yeah, please make sure that you are still subscribed. I don't know if people are getting unsubscribed or whatever, but I don't know how that's happening. Again, there's a lot of weird things that happen on YouTube that I have no control over and don't understand. And so anyways, make sure that you are still subscribed, okay, so that you don't miss out on when I go live. Also, make sure that you guys are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is in the description box below. I don't want to have to go over it every time, but just know that, you're the only one that can be responsible for you and that can make your own, you have to make your own choices. And so that always use your greatest discernment. Whatever in the reading you don't feel is meant for you is not meant for you. Leave that for the person that it's meant for. But know that each of my readings will hold a secret Easter egg to something that's going on in your life. And so this is basically, I'm sharing my downloads that I get from Spirit with you guys so that you can go out and help other people understand the downloads that they're getting, talk to other people, make a connection with others. So yeah, supporting the platform is really important. If you would like to tip or donate, there are Cash App and PayPal links in the description box below, but I am happy. I know that all of you don't have money, and so I understand that. And so I am happy with the likes, subscribes, make sure you're subscribed. Oh, and make sure that you hit that notification bell, because if you don't tap the notification bell, then I could go live and you could not be updated. And again, I'm so sorry if you guys keep getting unsubscribed or whatever. I don't know what's doing that. Okay, here it is. So now we're going to do the prayer. I'm just going to summarize the prayer. I pray that our spiritual team, the Most High God, and, obviously the archangels, we're calling upon our highest team of light and resonance, our benevolent teachers, those that are here to guide us. And we're calling upon the ascended masters, including obviously the Most High God, the greatest ascended being of all. But we're calling upon the Holy Spirit. Again, whatever it is in your belief system that protects you, we're calling it in upon that. And we're calling upon Christ and Sophia. And we're also asking that the archangels put a shield around us and protect us and shield us from anything that would negatively try to hurt and harm us at any time during this reading or afterwards. We are so grateful. Thank you, God, for all of the messages. Thank you, Spirit, so much. Please continue to bless us, protect us, and prosper us in your holy name, Lord my God, and in the name of Christ Jesus, our Savior and Redeemer, our Redeemer. He who loves to just show up and be the best example. And I know that Christ consciousness is not going to come back as a man, but as each and every independent person that has Christ consciousness, it'll come back through each and every person. And then we'll collectively have brought back Jesus as a collective. And so that's what we're working towards. So I just pray that we get to that goal and that we are able to succeed. So I wanted to do a love reading. This love reading is going to be basically a collective reading. So you need to use your best discernment. And I just felt like love would be a good thing to talk about at this time because so many people are having transitions. Welcome in, everybody coming into the chat. So we're going to work with the Twin Flame Ascended Path Tarot. I love this deck. When people have individual situations, this is such a good deck to use. We're going to start with this one and just kind of see what it's saying about love in general and collective's love life. So yes, I am doing a reading for you. Look at this Empress, first card that pops out. Okay, so you're showing up as an Empress, or you're going to be with an Empress, or you are turning into the Empress. So some people are born divine. Some people become divine throughout their life. It's like the two processes that I see with the divine. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you like my hair. Thank you so much. So yeah, this divine feminine motherhood nurturing energy that you hold, this is a very positive vibration. I do feel like all of the divine feminines are getting a lot of attention at this time. And it's kind of like there's even a bigger gap in between these people that think that they're divine, but they're not actually divine. Now, anybody that has to put someone under witchcraft to make them fall in love with them, that's not a divine being. Divine beings attract, we manifest, and we attract. We don't put people under love spells. And first of all, who in the hell would want love that's not real? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Okay, I would be so offended if somebody was giving me fake love. Like, welcome in, Shaman Maria. Like, that's crazy to me. So you guys are showing up as Empress energy. And we're just going to see what's going to happen with love life, because I feel like love life affects everybody so much. Welcome in, Ria. But I do feel, this is the thing, I do feel that God is protecting this Empress energy. Queen of Cups. Okay, so like I was just picking up, not only are you mothering, you're nurturing. The Empress is the type of person, when I see the Empress and the Queen of Cups together like this, I'm seeing that you are somebody that would nurture an entire community of people, if that makes sense. Okay, Jocelyn, maybe it will come out. Maybe it'll come out in this reading. So what we have here is the fact that you guys are so nurturing. You could heal an entire large group of people. This could be a collective, or it could be a client base, or it could just be, a church group, whatever. I mean, I'm sure a book club. You could literally, just the people's lives that you touch, you do heal, and you do support other people to heal. Oh, I'm sorry that you have a breakup with your, I don't know what SP is. Yeah, I have no idea what SP stands for. Sorry. But you know what? I feel like we're going to focus on you guys. It may show up, whoever this person was that you just broke up with, Uzma, is like, oh, special person. Okay. So are you thinking it's like a twin flame? I feel like something's dead there. Oh, you guys just broke up. That's what you just said. So yeah, I do feel like that isn't this interesting that these are all love questions? Okay, so Jocelyn, there may be a reconciliation with Brian in the near future. Make sure you guys like the video, you guys. But I'm never going to tell you to just sit around and wait for somebody to come back or wait for them to choose you. Okay. Like what I was saying about the Empress and the Queen of Cups is the divine feminine energy doesn't chase after people, they attract. And so I feel like there is something going on with the crown chakra, you guys. So why is it the crown chakra? This has something to do with a way of thinking about a relationship. So if you guys, and that's what I was feeling, that there was, yeah, you can ask your question. I'm kind of helping people a little bit and just doing the love reading, but I feel like your guys' questions are possibly going to get answered in the love reading. As we're talking about the Empress, the Queen of Cups comes right out. It's like, almost like you guys could be over nurturing it sometimes, overly generous. That's why you just really need to be careful. When people see you as an Empress and a Queen of Cups, they feel like y'all are vulnerable. Because it's like that, I don't know. It's like seeing you as being able to stand on your own 2 feet, which doesn't make you vulnerable, but being a woman, I guess, makes you vulnerable. That's how some people feel. That's just the way that they think. Okay, let's see what else. 6 of Wands. So you may even think that you're losing something, but you're actually having a victory. I feel like some of you were dealing with situations that you didn't have all the information to. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that special person, I'm telling you what, there's going to be somebody else that comes along. So if you're waiting for somebody to come back to you, I would not go backwards, because go backwards it's willingly entering into like another cycle with somebody. Oh, should he come back and is he going to give you a commitment to marriage? You know, he might give you a commitment. But it's not going to be in the time frame that you're wanting. If you're wanting like a commitment in the next 6 months, that's not going to happen. Whoever you're dealing with has some stuff they need to work through. Look at this, but it doesn't say that it's not going to happen in the time frame that you want. So I wouldn't push it, but maybe 6 months from now, when you're back with this person, that would be the time when you would be looking at this. Look at the 4 of Wands, and that is like a wedding right there. So it's possibly going to happen, just not in the time frame that you want. And there is a reason for that. The reason for that is because you guys are working on different things. You could be creating something with a business or working on something, and he's doing the same thing. He's also developing something. So something needs to be nurtured and brought into existence. And then when that work is completed, then it will be much better, like to plan, because working on a big project at work that's consuming your life, and then basically trying to plan a wedding, that is really chaotic. And that's the energy that can kind of break people. But I do feel like you may be involved in a love triangle, because there may be another person that comes in and wants to date you. Oh my gosh, it could literally be like a soap opera. Wow. But yeah, I don't get like a bad vibration from this person. It's just another option. I mean, who wouldn't want more options? I guess once you've decided solely on one person. But that's what I want you to do, is really look at, okay, is this the person that's for me? What are the behaviors I can leave behind when we come back together and have a reunion? Does that make sense? Yes, I will answer your question. Just give me 1 second. So that's would be the things that I would be asking when it comes to taking somebody back, is what are the habits, thoughts, and beliefs that are hindering me from having a successful relationship? And now we're going to go into what you were talking about with depression. So I feel like, the depression that you're experiencing is not your energy. I don't think you've been aware that you're an empath, and that you have somebody that is a serpent that's around you. I don't know who they are, but they're pulling on your hearts. You probably know who they are, pulling on your heartstrings, and they're like trying to emotionally manipulate you to get money, or I don't say money, but they're trying to basically steal energy from you so that they can make money. It's kind of weird. But yeah. Yeah. So I do feel like part of what's going on, could be that when we become depressed, we'll enter into cycles where we won't get out as much. We won't be doing things to take care of our mental health as much. Okay. I do feel like this is a dark night of the soul for you. So, Gagan, hopefully I said that, Gagan Kumar, this is a dark night of the soul. What that means is that you're going to feel very traumatized and lost at the dark night of the soul, because you don't know what your purpose is. But once you figure out your purpose, you come right out of that, and you don't really slip back into that again. Your health physical is also deteriorating. Yeah. So you need to figure out who this serpent Naga energy is. I mean, I don't think all the Nagas are negative, but there is somebody that has that energy, and they're stealing energy from you, like straight from your root chakra. I picked it up right away. Futile. It's basically going to be futile. I do think it's a female energy. I just don't know who they are to you, because they're kind of like a shapeshifter, if that makes sense. Maybe they acted really weird when they were around you. Whatever they've been doing was futile. Yeah, you could have even made a truce with this person. You just by you'll know who it is I'm talking about, because every time you talk to this person, after you talk to them, you start to lose things. Like you start to lose your health, you start to feel sick, or bad things around you just start to happen. That's who this is. And I hope it's not a family member, but there's somebody definitely in your energy, and they don't ever leave your energy because of this truce energy. They feel like they have, as long as you're still open to receiving communication from them, they feel like they have the authority and the open door to steal your energy and do whatever this like snake crap is. This is basically to stop you from coming into power. This person doesn't want you to realize your spiritual potential, because once you do, you're going to become like a guru or a teacher or a yogi or something like that. And then this Naga energy that is, it feels like a sexual person, somebody that's very sexual, maybe they have a lot of that Kundalini energy active. So yeah, like I was saying, Uzma, it may take 6 months for this person to come back to you. Or if it happens before that, it may take 6 months for them to commit to you in the way you want. But that's what I was hearing. There's a girl who always keeps on calling you. Yeah, and you even blocked her once, and then she contacted you from her parents' number. Shit. Okay, that's who I'm talking about. So this person has followed you from another lifetime where you were, like maybe one of the reincarnations or incarnations of like Vishnu, something like that. This energy has stalked you from that lifetime into this lifetime. And so that's why she won't leave you alone. You need to block that person. Yeah, I would personally, if you want to get out of this depression energy, I feel like it's coming from her. She's sending a lot of telepathic communication and a lot of negative energy. And then it's almost like when you go to sleep or you meditate or you go to rest, that's when she starts to pull on your energy, and she pulls on your heartstrings, and she's basically draining you while giving you negative energy. And so you wake up feeling depleted and depressed and like you didn't get any rest while you sleep. And then it's basically like a vampiric transaction. And then she walks away feeling a lot better, knowing that she had access to your energy. And I'm picking up a serpent energy. It could be something with Kundalini, or it could be, like I was saying, the Naga energy. But from what I understand, not Nagas are usually not negative, but it's a primal lust energy that she has, which is kind of strange. Ultimately, she's going to be defeated. I feel like if you call your power and your energy back to you, and you start putting up boundaries and block this person, yeah, you're even jobless. Literally, she's taken everything. She's siphoned everything. And that's why I was like, snake. Yeah. And you'll notice that before you started talking to her, your life was not like this. And all of these suicidal thoughts you're having, please make sure you're talking to somebody about that, and like that's a real professional. Or if you ever have to call the suicide hotline, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because it's okay to not be okay, just as long as we're not doing everything by ourselves and we're involving other people in our healing journey. Because I do feel like when you're dealing with something that's supernatural and it's energetic and it's spiritual, it may help you to have somebody that you can talk to, if that makes sense. So yeah, and I do feel like you'll get out of this depression as soon as you block this person. And I would pray to whatever God it is that you believe in. I would pray to the Most High that this person, and just rebuke and re-signed any invitation that you gave them into your life. Say, I would like to resolve this karma that's with this person from this other lifetime, and whatever this supernatural snake serpent energy is with them, I want to make a resolve with that. I'm hearing that if you have a Shiva lingam, you may want to pour like milk over the Shiva lingam as an offering. Do people do that? I don't know if people do that. That may be something that helps release this energy because and then call your destiny back to you, call your energy back to you, call your power back to you from this person. And do everything that you can do to take care of your spiritual hygiene by taking spiritual baths, really loving yourself. The best thing that you can do is love yourself and start protecting your energy and not leaving yourself just because you're very empathic, not leaving yourself completely open to, anybody that's connected to you. Okay. So do the best that you can. Drink teas. Okay. Work with incense, all that type of stuff. And then, try to avoid foods that make you feel worse. If you eat something and then 20 minutes later you feel worse emotionally than you did before you ate it, then that food should be eliminated. And I would just kind of try to be aware of what you're eating, when you're eating it, and how that's affecting your body. Because I feel a lot of this spell work that this being has sent at you has to do with basically if you're not taking care of your body and your nutrition and your health, then it'll weaken you and it'll be able to affect you. But if you are taking care of your spiritual hygiene, your health, your mental health, and all that, and really focusing on loving yourself, then spell work won't be able to be effective on you. I do feel like this all happened for the sole purpose of waking you up to who you are spiritually. Once you figure out who you are spiritually, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I have complete power and control over this, and I can change it with the blink of an eye. Okay. So do some introspection, reflection, and meditation on that. Okay. So Uzma is the person that we're talking about your soulmate. Oh, your special person, right? Um, no, I get more of a twin flame energy. And so we can have more than one twin flame, but twin flames are a lot higher than soulmate. And so that's why the connection's like no other connection. Like I can feel your guys' energies are very actually compatible. So um, I feel like they've got really good energy. And so I hope that they wake up sooner than 6 months. Like truly, they've been asleep. They've been asleep to who you were. I don't think that they know about divine counterparts or they've never asked. And so, it may be that this person discovers that they're your divine counterpart naturally. And then I would, again, also, Gagan Kumar, I would avoid anybody that is draining, toxic, or always negative and pessimistic. Okay. Because this being can influence more than one person. So I would try to stay away from low vibrational people and do everything that you can do to basically cleanse yourself and call your power back to you, call your energy back to you, and ask to be given a vision or some type of dream or insight into how to keep your energy clear of this person, but definitely block them. Yes, it troubled your mother. I feel like it's related to this situation. I do. I really do. And I was picking up on that energy because I was going to say also to take care of your parents. But yeah, try to be more focused and try to focus on the positive things, on the things that you do have. Like you still have your health, even though you've been affected in your health, you still have your life. So try to be grateful for those things. I just saw something out of the corner of my eye and it was like a woman wearing a hat. I don't know if that's a spirit guide to any of you. Yes, he did love you. He did love you. Absolutely. Absolutely, Uzma. He absolutely did. What you were feeling was not fake. And that's why it's such a weird situation. Okay, so Amar, I'm going to look at your question. So Any chance of Ishwar sorting out differences? Okay, let me just ask. Okay. I don't know if there's cultural differences or if this is just ways of thinking, but it's almost like both of you will have to sacrifice, which is like cutting away, erasing, getting rid of. You're going to have to give up whatever these different ways of thinking and come to a common ground, and not being afraid of cultural or religion or your extended families, because I feel like there's a lot of energy coming from extended family, which would be like obviously if you want to be with this person, you want to make a family with them, so that's like your family. Extended family would be like mother-in-law, father-in-law, that type of energy. Even if you guys aren't married, there's a lot of resistance coming from that energy. And I'm getting real like arranged marriage type energy, and that's maybe the way that the people around you think. But yeah, so what I'm getting is that it is possible. It is possible for you guys to work out your differences, but it's not just going to be one person making a compromise and completely bowing down to the other person. That's not realistic. I think both parties in your situation, Amar, both parties need to be aware that things need to be sacrificed and let go of. And it's got to be these major things that keep blocking you guys from being together, if that makes sense. And so it'll have to be a compromise. Both of you guys be willing to work together. And then I see something that being very fruitful, but you are going to get a lot of backlash from in-law, family, and situation like that. And so be prepared to just have to alchemize that. I mean, eventually these people will love you and appreciate you, but right now I don't feel like they do. Okay, so Anand, is Anjani want to meet with you romantically? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think she's made up her mind yet. You're very welcome, Amar. I don't think that make sure you guys like the video, you guys, and make sure you're subscribed and that you've hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live. But I don't think she's made up the decision quite yet whether she wants to pursue something serious. And so I feel like, are you guys located near one another? If there's a long distance issue, like it being just over the internet, then you may be looking at a problem, because one person may need to travel to the other person. If there is not a difference, then it is long distance. Okay, that's exactly what I was feeling. So I do feel like the long distance thing is going to be a problem. But that doesn't, like, if you guys were to work out your differences and the long distance thing could be fixed, it could be a workable relationship. But it's going to be really hard because of the fact that it's long distance, and because of the facts that you guys basically, to have a successful I want to say to have a successful romantic relationship, you want to be able to touch that person. Okay. And I'm not just saying like to go have sex with them, but I am saying that physical chemistry is extremely, extremely important, if that makes sense. So if you really want to be with her and she's willing to work it out with you, she's got, like, you guys are going to have to figure out a way to compromise so that, either you move to her, she moves to you, or something like that. Or yeah, that's the only way I see the relationship working. Other than that, it's going to kind of become broken, because like I said, that physical aspect of touch needs to be there, and touch and, sex. Yeah. Okay. So conflict and ego, competition, and there's also an energy here. Okay. Anand, that is competing with, there's another energy that wants the person that you're talking about. What should you do to get them to fall in love with you? Just be a good person. Be yourself. Be your real, authentic self. Don't play games. That's the best advice that I can give you, is because you want somebody to love you because they love you for you being you. That's the only way of a real relationship will work out. But there is an energy that's competing with you for her love. And so that's why she hasn't made a decision yet. But yeah, I would see, I've never had that. I've always had natural connections. I've never had that problem of trying to get someone to fall in love with me. They just either love me or they don't. Yes, it is. It absolutely is Kamal. But make sure you guys are using your own intuition as well, because you should be able to. I know it's kind of deceiving, but you should be able to pick up on this energy. Also, I feel like if your mother has a health condition, Gagan, hopefully I'm not saying that your name wrong, but if your mother has a health condition, it may reverse. Like she may start to get better. And I'm just seeing like a whole lot of like inflammation or something, maybe on the inside that she's dealing with. And so maybe that's going to be released because there won't be this like psychic attack on your bloodline. She has blood pressure issues. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah, definitely. But she's somebody, does she pray a lot? Like I do feel like she's like very either naturally spiritual or organically spiritual, or she's just knows, like she's very wise. She's definitely somebody that I would ask advice, lifelong advice. She is very spiritual. So yeah, her prayer is going to help as well. Okay, so let me look at Sukesh Kumar. What does Mishti think about you? Does she love you? Wow, Queen of Swords. I feel like, hopefully I'm saying that right, Mishti. I feel like Mishti is somebody that she's been hurt before, like emotionally deeply cut. When I look at the Queen of Swords, I always think of somebody that has been through like a major life trial, and they've gone through something that really, really scarred them. So I do feel like she has a lot of healing to do. She's working on healing right now. In fact, I do feel like if she's been very sharp with you, or that's what I want to say, sharp with you, it's because she is so fearful of being hurt again. So I do feel like she's got her sword up to a lot of people. So it's kind of like hard to get past the wall that she's created around herself. Does that make sense? Sukesh, hopefully you're still here to hear that. So I do feel like she has feelings, but she's much more afraid of her feelings than she is able to acknowledge them. Yeah, so I would be praying over your mother. Obviously, pray against whoever that person was, okay? The Komal person. Pray against them, but I would also pray over your mother, pray for your mother, and then, sit and talk with her. Spend time with her. Even if it's like over video call, I would pray for her and spend time with her. And then I keep seeing ankles and feet for some reason. So maybe you need to anoint your mother's feet and pray over her feet. Ooh, wow. I just got a big surge of energy when I said that. Yeah, that could very well be it. And then, prayer is going to be the biggest thing to help her, because what I'm picking up on is that she knows how to tap into her own energy to see what's going on with her chakras. So she'll be able to balance her own energy, but you helping her stay grounded, speaking with her. I mean, really, when you need advice, I would go to your mother. Your mother is a very wise woman. She knows a lot about life and a lot about situations that you could come into contact with. So I would definitely, bring her flowers, be grateful for her, and try to help her make healthy decisions when it comes to food, And when it comes to medicine and stuff like that, that's what I'm getting the most. But prayer and, helping your mother heal by talking with her, taking her for walks, helping her with her diet. You could research what things lower cholesterol and blood pressure and stuff like that. I think that there's a heart diet, but I forget what it's called, that basically is for the heart. So yeah, helping her make minor decisions, helping her run errands, that types of things. If you're close to her. If not, I would be doing video call. And then, maybe if her health flares up, it would benefit you to become a Reiki master or quantum touch healing or some type of healing modality confirmation. Okay, good. Yeah. And so you blocking this person and calling back your power and your energy, and then maybe even telling your mother about who this person was to you in another life and the Naga thing and how she was draining the family. Your mother may start doing prayers on her own to keep that person out of your guys' energy. Because this thing is like a vampire, and you guys they're like the darkness and you're like the light, basically. Okay. So let's see. Was there any other questions? Oh, let's see. Is this Alex? Okay, let's see. Okay, so I don't know what your question was, Alex. It says Blessedum Latroa color out. Gonna tell me what comes to your mind. I don't know what that means. What were you? You guys were some type of, well, I specifically got that you were an incarnation of Vishnu in another life. And so that's where you picked up this Naga presence, but your mother was also there as well. She was like a sibling or a family member to you. And so that's why when this energy came into your life, it came in with a whole alternative purpose, basically. And the good thing about knowing this, though, this is why knowledge is like so precious. And then having the wisdom to know, okay, this is coming up so that I can heal whatever it was going on in that lifetime where you had to fight one of these serpent energies, one of these people. And I want to say like shapeshifter, I guess. But yeah. You're going to say a color, read it, and tell me what color comes to your mind. What? I'm not playing that game. That's ridiculous. You keep saying purple. You must love the color purple. I like purple as well. I like indigo, actually. When I was a kid, they would be like, what's your favorite color? And I'd be like, rainbow. Rainbow is my favorite color. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, marriage predictions with Ishwar. So I'm going to leave the Queen of Cups and the actually no, I'm going to use this other deck. This Romance Angels. And I love these cards. It's got the gold on the side. I think that's so pretty. Make sure you guys like the live stream. All right, let's cut the deck and see. Well, I do still get that 6 month thing. And the 6 months could because he needs to go through an awakening. You know what I mean? Oh, my aura is green. I wasn't going to answer back because I like all colors. Look at this. Oh my God. You just asked about marriage predictions, and the freaking card that after cutting the deck and shuffling, is wedding. This situation involves marriage. Oh my God. That is so crazy. That's like such a good answer. Seriously. Romantic feelings. So yeah. I mean, and this is what I'm saying. This person was a twin flame to you. Their energy is like, it says your feelings are real and worth exploring. And twin flames have it harder because you're actually, what a twin flame is you guys have existed as one consciousness and one body looking out through one set of eyes as one. And so now you guys are in different consciousnesses, different bodies. And so when you come together, you guys will work on the same exact issues. Okay, she recently blocked you. Yeah, you'll work on the same exact issues, basically, just from different angles. So maybe it'll be 6 months until she unblocks you, but I'm always going to tell you that not to just sit around and wait for people. Still live your life, have fun, go out, do you. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this is telling me that, you know, what the next part of your guys' process so that this wedding can come into fruition is for you guys to really get to know each other, because the romantic feelings are always there. When you have romantic feelings, it's almost like there's so many different parts of a love relationship that need to be there for it to be a successful marriage. Okay. And so it means that you have to be able to be somebody's friend. You have to be able to know everything about them and still not be bothered by anything that they do. You know what I mean? When you love somebody for who they are, not who you want them to be, you're happy, because you're not always trying to change somebody into a version of themselves that you think could exist but does not, if that makes sense. And so it's really looking at, okay, do I love this person for who they are? Do I feel vulnerable enough, safe enough while being vulnerable to share my deepest thoughts and opinions with this person? Because as you guys get to know each other, those deep, very personal things will come forward. And so, yeah, having respect is going to be like a major thing. And I feel like whatever the pettiness, there was a level of pettiness in the relationship. I feel like that's not, when you guys get back together, that's not going to be there, whatever that pettiness is. Yeah, relationship is work. Yeah, but you have to respect one another and understand. So whatever this, if there was a deception, because deception just came out. If there was a deception, it says someone's wearing a false mask in this relationship. I don't think that this is this other person, but I do feel like this other person, I do feel like they've been listening to somebody else that's definitely told them that you are like not good for them or something. Okay. I don't know if this is a family member or whoever it is. I feel like this person, it may take 6 months, because it's going to take them 6 months to realize that they were being straight up manipulated by a family member or someone close to them. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit and fun to be fun and have shine. So yeah, this is a good sign. I would definitely make a list of everything that you want in a man and make it very specific, or a partner, or woman, whatever it is that you're after, make it very specific, from physical compatibility to spiritual to everything that you can think of, even what their job is, how far they work away, stuff like that. And then when this person comes back and they unblock you and you talk again, I want you to keep that list and then go back and look at the list. Because 10 years down the road, you're divorced, you really got to make sure you guys made for one another. Absolutely. Absolutely, Alex. Yeah. So, and it's not only that, it's forgiving and learning. Look, that's what just came out. Forgiving and learning. So again, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. So whatever it was between you two that broke you guys up, that's what needs to be healed. And then this other person that's deceiving them, they're going to show their own hand. I feel like if you were to reveal who this person was to them, they would be in denial about it. I feel like they're going to figure it out on their own, that somebody around them is a hater. Unrequited love, because literally it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. This is all because of deception. See, this person's afraid to love you back because of something that someone else has said. So you're going to have to forgive whoever that person that gave this person shit advice. I mean, this person was deceived by the advice that they received from another person. And now that's sad. And I don't even feel like they're with another person right now. They are so freaking confused. They're really confused. Yes, Alex, I think that that's a wise thing to do. Again, to like live with somebody and be their best friend. If you can't figure out how to be somebody's best friend, then you'll never be their lover, because the romantic feelings at some point could fade. Not saying that it will, but I'm just saying it's a possibility. And if you don't have a friendship and an unconditional love for that person, then you basically have nothing, only the passion of that relationship. Kamal had panic attacks. Wow. Okay. So yeah, it's, she definitely was experiencing something spiritual, but, Gagan, I would just make sure that you block that person, even if you guys were friends. Okay. It just would be safer for you and your family. Because I don't know what she has with her, if she's cursed or whatever it is, but this other energy, she calls you in the middle of panic attacks because she's getting attacked by something. Is there any chance of Ramsha and Hamas reconciling their marriage? No. Does that have to do with you? After 8 years of relationship, are you one of those people? So I don't really answer questions that are just about other people, because I would want them to give me consent to read their energy. But I can help you with a question, RK, that you have about yourself. You don't know why she blocked you without telling you. She gets offended. Yeah. Like I said, she's going through some type of roller coaster where it's hard for her to make decisions. Or at least it's hard for her to, she's like in the middle of making a decision. I was picking up on somebody that was competing with you. Like you actually have somebody else that really wants her, really, really wants her. His name is Hamza and my name is Ram. Okay. So you are one of the people. Okay. Okay. I like that name, Hamza. That's cool. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. So is there some type of secret? I'm picking up on a secret, and this is why things have ended. The Two of Pentacles, balancing resources, flexibility, and adaptation. So I don't know why I'm picking up on a secret, something you don't know about, and something that I'm not seeing, something that's extremely cloaked. When I ask straight out, like, are you guys going to get back together? I feel that it's a possibility, but there's some other type of energy that's involved in this that's making it low compatibility right now. He didn't give you any clarification and closure. Yeah. So there's another female energy. I'm picking up on a Jezebel. There's definitely a Jezebel energy that's influencing him to basically she's doing something to manipulate this man. And his family isn't agreeing. Okay, that makes sense. His mother. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense why the manipulation's being done. Okay. You definitely have interference. It said, look, 3 of Wands. It says looking ahead, gaining foresight. So this, if you guys were to come back together, would you be wanting to have a family? Because I feel like, I feel like there's some type of Jezebel energy that has these people under a spell. I'm actually not picking up a whole lot of hatred coming from his mother right now, maybe because you guys are not together, but his mother is very easily manipulated by some type of energy. What I don't know if you guys have children, but if you guys were to come back together, would you be maybe adopting a child or having a child or something? Does he love you? He still loves you, but there's a major blockage going on with him. Yeah, there is something majorly blocking him. And I don't know if this is his mother that's blocking him or who it is, but it's an energy that's like very aggressive. But I'm not feeling like it's directed towards you, RK. I feel like it's directed towards him. It's an energy coming from his side of the family that's being directed towards him. It's a very 10 of Swords, not good. I mean, it's a dangerous energy. It's like defeat and failure, bitterness and betrayal, exhaustion, collapse, and giving up. So I feel like this person is depressed. I do feel like they love you, but they're pushing that to the side because they, whatever is being affected by this other energy that is, and this is crazy. Why it's like, is this a family member? Because why would they want to be putting this person in the 10 of Swords? I feel like that what they're thinking is that if they get with you, their mother's going to do something to put them in the 10 of Swords. Maybe there was some spell work being done. Oh, and the thing about children, I would make sure that if you want to get back with this person, because they do still care about you and still have love for you. But if you want to get back with this person, there needs to be a few things that are clarified. First of all, about children and, whatever this Jezebel energy is that is coming through trying to betray him. He may end up contacting you literally because he ends up in a tower. I mean, I get some weird vibes off of his future, which means chaos and destruction. And that's kind of what happens when you choose other people over yourself. It always brings something bad in. Yeah, no, I definitely feel like it's coming from his side of the family, this other energy, but the Jezebel energy, I do think is a romantic third partner. I feel like it's somebody that this mother-in-law, would-be mother-in-law and sister-in-law approves of because they're really ignorant and easily to manipulate, but that he's not in love with this person. Not the way that was felt about you. It's not like that. It's weird. Almost feels like an arranged marriage type situation, but it's not that either. But it's like kind of similar like that, where people set up a marriage. You would love to have children. Okay, so that would be a motivating thing, because I don't get a good vibe off of whoever he's talking to now. You know what? He may be like I see you guys together in the future. So, I don't want to put a thing on it like, oh, he's going to marry her. I don't think he's going to go through all the way with marrying her. For whatever reason, I think there's going to be a divine intervention. So you may have a chance with them, but there needs to be compromise coming from both levels. And if this man wants to be with you, they have to do something about, like, if you get back with this person, do not ever, ever eat or drink from their family. Okay. I get real dangerous vibes from this person's family. Their mother and their sister is psychotic. Okay. And they show you a real normal, nice face, but I'm not kidding. If you could see the way these people look at you when you're turned away, you would be like, holy shit. Will he contact you? I think that he might contact you. I think you might contact him. A mask. Exactly. They're definitely wearing a mask. And that's why I think that those people are dangerous, because they could try to just betray you at any point. And they like that this karmic Jezebel is around, right now, because they can manipulate her and get her to do whatever they want, basically. With you, it would have been a completely different situation. There would have had to actually be respect. And these are like witches or something. They're literally like witches or something. Like the mother and the sister. I get real villain vibes, really villain vibes from them. Yes, they were very nice to your face, smiling in your face, but like ready to stab you in the back. And then when you would leave, they would say that you were the worst compatible person for him. They really meddled in their relationship quite a bit. And whatever they were doing with the gossip and slander works as witchcraft. It was very, very effective, because it got him to look at you in a new way. But trust me, after this karmic Jezebel that he's seeing now, that he is not really into, after she destroys his heart, he's going to be looking at you in a completely different light. And he's going to be like, oh, I see what happened there. My mom and my sister chose this person so that they could manipulate and control me. Now I understand what they were doing. They weren't able to manipulate and control this other person. So that's kind of what I feel like he's going to have, the epiphany. It'll be like an epiphany. But yeah, I hope that he does. Again, the best thing that you can do, because he's got a witch mama, is pray for him. Pray for him. Pray that he finds God, because the faster that he finds God, the faster he will find you. Yeah, they will always reveal themselves and their true intentions. That's exactly it. Yeah, being silent and listening. And I would also not, he needs to come to the realization that his mother is manipulative and scary, and that she would definitely put something in somebody's food. The hermit. This woman may be a hermit. Yes. Yeah, because you guys are in love, and it's basically you got two energies that are very meddling. Like gossip and slander in itself does work like witchcraft, but what they were doing was actual types of spells. Oh, it must be construction. I'm like, what is that? Why is the ground vibrating? Yeah. So this is going to be a major turning point. See, I would consider him to still be asleep in the matrix. He's not super spiritual, if that makes sense. Not that people that are not aware of themselves or spiritual are basically asleep in the matrix. So he was under their manipulation, but he will break free of you. I would literally be praying to whatever you believe in. Again, I would be praying, that's why that's called spelling. Exactly. It's like word magic. But I would be praying for this person, every night, every day. Anytime you think about them, pray for them, because truly them finding God would be the most powerful thing. Yeah, they're scared of you because you have something that is like it's a very like white, bright light. Okay. Like if you were to walk into a room of people, everybody's attention would be drawn to you. There is something about your energy that these women, whatever they are, witches, they don't like your light, and they don't like your rebelliousness, and they don't like that you question things, and that you don't just follow like the sheep, basically, or the shepherd. You're not a follower, and you're intelligent. You can think for yourself, and your mentality is not to take care of them. And so that's another reason. Like they will never get you to engage in witchcraft. That's another reason why they hate you. They can't get you to do low vibrational crap, and they won't be able to use you to manipulate him. And so that is why they do not like you. You saw him too. He's different, looks dull, face dark. Yeah, it's all that freaking spell work. Seriously. If you guys even knew that how much of the crap that goes on in this world is spell work, you would be like, what in the crap? When I used to I've always been psychic, but at first when I, started using my gifts, I didn't believe in witchcraft. I had to experience it myself, I guess. then I believed, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this stuff is real. And it's not exactly like how it is in the movies, but it's similar, straight up similar. Yeah, I do feel like there is some type of intention. I don't know if it's wishing you harm or if it's about taking your energy. Again, it could just be that this person knows that after they interact with your energy, they get a boost and they feel better. And then you're left with all of their trauma, basically. It's called trauma dumping, is what this person does. But it's more than that because they're pulling the energy out of you. And Gagan, anytime you start to feel your energy be tugged at or pulled, I would start calling it back to you. I call back all of my energy, known and unknown, seen and unseen, right back to me in all of my power. And I would say, I do not give Kamal consent to access my energy at any time. Just by me saying that right now, something shifted. Literally something shifted right this second when we said that. Like I just felt it. I mean, I was even being drained. I was having to drink so much water. It's like, what in the hell is going on? Oh my God. If they did do it to your family, you wouldn't believe it either. Exactly. Because it seems so like, fantasy. It just seems like a fantasy. But then when you experience it, you go, oh my God, I can't believe it's real. That's so terrifying. Oh, he wants all of his gifts back to him, given back to them. You know what? If you do return all of his gifts back to him, then it would give you a reason to see him, and he would be able to see that bright shining light within you again. So yeah, I would definitely, if you have somebody's stuff, then I would return it back to them. And it'll give you an opportunity to see them. But pray for this person because they're under spell work. Spell work works when you don't believe in it because you'll never check for it. And that's why witches don't want you to believe that magic is real, like literally. They'll say they're witches, but then they don't want you to believe that. They'll say, oh, if you don't believe in a curse, it won't affect you. Bullshit. Like I see all the time that people that specifically the ones that don't believe in cursing being affected by it the worst. So yeah. Meditation is going to be a really good thing to preserve your energy. Taking spiritual baths with bath salts and using different herbs. That will be another way to preserve your energy, specifically the herb thyme, or it's called thyme, will preserve your energy. And then I would be doing cleanses. If you can burn sage and Palo Santo, I would be doing that because you need to just cleanse the energy around your aura and in your aura, and burning that will help do that. And then I would be staying up on prayer. Okay, so taking care of your spiritual hygiene is taking a spiritual bath. So prayer, spiritual bath, and affirmations, and you can do all of those at the same time, literally. And then cleansing your energy, cleansing your home, and using feng shui in your house. Yes, like Happy Gilmore, go to a happy place. You're gonna have to wait for him to wake up, which may take 6 months. Okay, good. And then watching what you eat, because like I said, when you do fasting and then you look at your diet and you start to pay attention to what your body tells you after you eat something, how it feels, by purifying your diet and eating more, fruits and vegetables and chakra color foods, aligning your foods with what chakra, and then praying over the food as well to bless it. That's going to really, really help. I mean, literally, because a lot of these things that people will send to attach to y'all, it's like throwing spaghetti at a wall. That's what spell work is. They're throwing it, hoping that you'll have something in same resonance with it that will stick, right? So yeah. Yeah, you know what? RK, her karma is going to come back to her in the worst way, like literally. And it'll happen in this life because she's going to end up losing her son's respect, basically, which is a big deal. Okay, I'm going to answer one more and then I'll let you guys go. So, Habibi K. Oh, yeah, make sure you guys are all subscribed and that you've liked the video and that you've hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. So, Kazar's current feeling about Habiba, which is who you are, right? In a romantic way. Yes, in a romantic way. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They did spell work on you. Absolutely. They literally did. They were doing spell work on the relationship so that you guys would break up. But yeah, I don't know. And I didn't feel like she was attacking you now, RK. But if you were to go back into his life, they would start doing the same exact thing that they were doing before. So that's why I would pray against it, report it to God, your spirit team, your ancestors, and all of that. Tell Shiva about it, Kali about it, ask Kali Ma to look at it. That would be the best way because Kali Ma can destroy things from far away. She doesn't even have to be close to it. So, yeah. And then I would just continue to rebuke any witchcraft, any covenants, any agreements that were non consensual agreements that you entered into. Oh, you are Muslim? Okay, well, then calling upon Allah for sure. I would call upon whatever it is that you worship, that you think the Most High is, that you think is the divine, because it will have your back. Yeah. I believe that every religion holds, truth in it. So even though we give gods different names and stuff like that, I do believe that there is one energy, one source creator, and it's all love. Yeah. It's definitely not hate. But the fact is that I want you guys to understand why the spell work was done. The spell work was to wake you up. Because if you wouldn't have come here or gone within asking questions, you would have never been aware of it. And it would have still been able to affect you. So you becoming aware of it basically stops it in its tracks. And then when you give it over to God and just say, okay, divine, take care of it for me. I'm going to put it in your hands. It's just too much for me. The divine will start to act for you. So yeah, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that this is helping you. Okay, I was going to answer one more question. What was it? Oh, Kazar's current feeling about Habiba. Did I answer that? Can you earn money through YouTube channel? So absolutely you can earn money through YouTube channel. I don't know what the content is that you're thinking about creating, but just know that um, it may be difficult to get going. Okay, All Stars Land. It may be difficult to get going. Once you have it created, you may have to dedicate years. Like once you get 1,000 subscribers to your channel, and I would create 2 channels so you can have 2 streams of incomes. All Stars Land. And what I would do is basically, make live, if it's live streams or videos, continue to make content no matter what the numbers and stuff look like. Because again, there's a lot of content creators that put in 3 to 4 years of work before they have a serious income that could support them. So just know that if you have 2 incomes, that's going to be better. And then continually just be consistent about posting. Be very consistent about posting and engage with your audience and stuff like that. But yeah, it'll be something that you may have to work a part-time job and do YouTube for a while. But yeah, I would definitely, even though it may get really rough, don't give up on it. Okay. And having two channels gives you two avenues, not only for income, but to draw in more people. So if you really want to be serious about being a content creator, um, think about what type of content it is, what type of people are going to be watching your content, and what your avenue is going to be to promote your platform, basically. So if you have like Instagram, you could talk about on Instagram your YouTube platform, if that's making sense. Or if you have TikTok, you could, there's a lot of people that do TikTok and they do make money. But from what I've been hearing from content creators that I watch on these apps, people are making a lot more money consistently through YouTube than they are through TikTok. But you have to get like 1,000 subscribers to be able to accept super chats. And then if you do live videos, you have no social media. Well, I'm answering All Stars Land's question, but yeah, if you do live videos, then people can send you super chats, and then create, a Cash App, a PayPal for people to donate to as well. And just put that out there. It's not like pressuring people that they have to donate, but people will want to give back to you. So that's definitely what I would do. And don't give up. Know that there is a place for you here. And as long as your content is authentic and it's interesting and it's positive, I mean, people are going to want to, yeah, it's evil everywhere. I know it is. People are going to want to flock to that and more and more. And so you may have a blow up, but yeah, never give up. Exactly. Self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate, listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most, do that today. And literally, if you enjoy creating content, like I love reading for people, I love helping people, I love giving messages, I love connecting with the divine and with my spiritual team and with a higher power. I love that. Like, that's basically, if I could just be a divine being all day, I would just love to do that. And so, yeah, the more that you listen to your inner awareness, the more keys you're going to have to open doors within yourself. It says you are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will soon be answered. Confirmation, you guys. Says your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention the most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. Wow, playing guitar, sax, drums, bass, and piano. Very nice. You got your own one-man band there. That's awesome. It's time to hit the reset button, clear out the old, so that there is room for it. So this is like an important thing, you guys. When you clear out the old garbage, old thoughts and beliefs and old ways of thinking and old ways of doing things, it makes room for the new to be able to enter. And that causes trust that better things are coming fast. Prepare to move to the next phase of your life. This is a beautiful rebirth. And it says, welcome this beautiful brand new energy. You've got this rebirth energy. You guys have got this, and there may be days where you just feel so discouraged and so upset, but I promise you, if you don't give up, you'll be successful. Just like anybody in Hollywood, if you ask them, how did they become successful? They're going to tell you that they didn't give up, like literally, because there'll be so many times where you're pushed to the brink of either poverty or lack or just frustration, or you get complacent or whatever the feeling is. And it's almost like these platforms have these initiations that you go through. But once you go through the initiation and you heal from all that, then, all of a sudden one day you blow up and it's completely worth it. It says, instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. So again, taking little baby steps each day to get towards your guys' goal is going to be important. I would be working with affirmations, prayers, and putting that positive vibration out there and connecting with God, connecting with whatever it is that you feel God is, the most high, the most divine energy. But instead of seeking it outside of yourself, the way that you're going to enter the kingdom is by going within and accessing the God that's within you, because it's the same as the God that's on the outside. In fact, when you connect with God by going within, you basically heal yourself. You tap into a limitless energy that can fuel all projects and all things. And you're making a connection with your highest self. And so that is really important. It says it's time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you with a little conscious effort in your part. So that happy ending can and will always be yours. Believe that. Yes. Oh, butterflies. Yes. Believe that. Truly believe that. This is an important thing too. It's like, I will tell you guys to have faith, but faith is so abstract. Faith is just believing and knowing that the universe loves you and has your back. You have to truly understand that you are God, that your inner self, your higher self is God. It's that same energy. You are divine, and tapping into that kingdom of peace and paradise within yourself. You know, what bird is that? Birds of paradise. I love those plants, by the way. But tapping into your own inner kingdom and that God power, that is what Christ did. That's what Muhammad did, went within. And that's why these people were prophets and, seers and stuff like that. Don't place limits upon yourself. You are an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have and be anything that you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. When you lead with your heart, people think that that's so dangerous, but you'll find that the people that love what they do are the most successful. You know what I mean? That's why you get rid of the hate for sure. Absolutely. And knowing that love is the greater power, it's the greater energy. Love can heal all things. That, trust me, the divine can make any type of miracle happen. Like literally, I've seen so many miracles in my life. Oh, wow. Pressure in your ears. It's so nice to see you, BC. Wow. You know what? I had some pressure in my ears yesterday, and it was like definitely the ear ringing and stuff. It says, look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything. Trust me, until you push yourself, you'll never find out how strong you really are. And it's kind of like, I give this analogy for myself. I went to Las Vegas, not to gamble because I don't gamble, but I went to Las Vegas to go to the Circus du Soleil shows, and just because I haven't been as an adult. And you have to walk like everywhere, right? Like you have to walk so much. It's so much. I never ever thought that I could walk that much, but like I was never ever tested to walk that much before. So when I was there, it was like walking everywhere. It was so much walking. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I figured out how to transfer the weight on my body and how to keep moving so that I wouldn't get blisters and stuff. Just like wild. I had no idea that I could actually walk that much. Yes. I agree with that, Shama Maria. I do feel like hate and love function from the same thing, because for you to hate something, you have to love something else really, really intensely. A rat race. Yeah. So this is saying that, Focus on everything that you've achieved so far, everything that you've made it through, every trial, tribulation, everything that you thought would break you that didn't. It just made you stronger. It's okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they don't define you. And again, a lot of the time, this weakness is something that we think we have, but we don't realize that when we tap into that God energy, that weakness disappears. It says, your weaknesses and your trauma does not define you. It does not tell you who you are. Your trauma is only there to give you an indication that there is something that needs to be healed. And once you know that there's something that needs to be healed, then you can heal that trauma, and then the trauma will go away. And so it says your strength and your beautiful, and it doesn't mean that situation that traumatized you will never happen again. It just means that if it does happen again, you will be so healed from the situation that you'll just laugh at it. It won't even hurt you that time. You know what I mean? Because you will have evolved beyond that. And the universe will test you in that type of way to see if you've truly healed. It says your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. Wow, that person, that serpent person, their energy is fucking powerful. Like, that is crazy. I can still feel it trying to restrict me like a boa constrictor. But I'm like, it's not me. I'm not doing anything. I promise. This is just what God's saying. Yes, exactly. Then when another person has, I love that you're petting your dog. When another person has that same situation, you can offer them the healing wisdom, because that's truly what it is. And literally, that person will be able to then either choose to take the wisdom and learn from it, or not learn from it. But at least you'll be able to help others, especially if you got children, you guys. It says, count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. It says, your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Literally, I love that. The best days are still ahead of you. So yeah, look forward to having a good life, and start expecting that the universe is going to take care of your needs. That just take it for granted that the universe is going to take care of your needs no matter what. The universe can find so many different miraculous creative ways to fulfill your needs, and affirming that everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me, and money is always coming in. Whatever it is that you're working for with affirmations, I feel like it's imperative to continue to affirm what you want, and affirm it with the knowing that you affirming it is bringing it into your reality, and that there is a reality out there that already has everything that you want. In fact, it's going within to shift into that version of yourself that does have everything that you want. And then things will come to you much sooner. Believing and knowing, when you pray for something and ask for something, believe, trust, have faith, and know in your heart that God, the divine, whatever you call that to be, is going to hear you, and not only hears you, but is going to answer your prayer and give you what you need. Because why wouldn't it? It's an infinite source of unconditional love and peace. Why wouldn't it want to help you fulfill your desires? You know what I mean? Yes, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And that's the greatest, Psalm 23 is so freaking good, because literally when you say that, you're basically saying, I want and need for nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He refreshes my soul. He leads me down the right path for his name's sake. Yeah. Even though I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely the goodness of the Lord will stay with me all of the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So yeah, that is like one of the best Psalms. So good. All right, let's get one more. Make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who do not value. This is imperative if you have family members that maybe don't see things as the way that you see them. Maybe they think that you're weak-minded or that you fall into temptation or whatever it is. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but at the end of the day, it's what you feel about yourself and what the Most High, your highest self, feels about you that matters. So even when other people don't support you, don't start to see yourself through the lens that they're looking through, because trust me, if they can't love themselves, then they can't love you. And that's why, if you want to be free of spell work, love yourself, because spell work cannot take a hold when you love yourself. And exactly, lead by example, be a peaceful being. And again, none of us are perfect. I'm not a perfect person. I get upset. I have emotions. I go through things just like anybody else. My advantage is that I'm have abilities and I'm connected with the Most High God. And so that's my advantage, is that I know myself. When you get to knowing yourself, it won't matter what other people think about you, because that's not how you see yourself and that's not who you truly are. And again, I do feel like the majority of people's family members and parents want the best for them, but within their method of control, if that makes sense. Okay, let's get a couple more. Slow down and take your time. There's no need to rush everything. You are already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way towards you in divine timing. And it says, keep moving forward, even if you are unsure of what the next step is or where it may take you. Trust that you are walking the path you are meant to walk. Remember, we are walking it with you. This is what the spirit guides are saying, that you're not alone. Trust yourself more. Always trust that first intuitive feeling that you get off of somebody. If you get a bad feeling from somebody, trust that feeling. Okay. Listen to yourself, listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, listen to, if you get a feeling and then you get ringing in the head, that is like the higher realms are trying to flood you with a download so that you can process this higher vibration in this physical reality. It says, sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answers that you have been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It's not much longer. So this is telling you that you don't need to rush. There's nobody that's going to beat you to the finish line. Even if you have somebody competing with you, nobody can actually compete with you for what's yours. Does that make sense? Yes, God is preparing you not only for the next life, but for this life, to be reborn as a new being, right? As a self-illuminated new being of God. It says, learn to ride the waves of life. When faced with difficult times, you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. Thinking negative thoughts is swimming uphill. It's like basically trying to swim upstream, when you could just go with the flow of natural positive thoughts and it'll take you downstream, if that makes sense. All right, let's get one more. And I know that some of you guys are purging out old belief systems, traumas, tragedies, and stuff like that. I'm still being told that, releasing these things instead of dwelling on them is going to be a much healthier way of processing the emotion, alchemizing it. When you can turn your pain into gold with alchemy by taking that energy and transforming it, again, working with the violet flame of Saint Germain. I'm going to type that in if you don't know about it. It is a alchemical flame. It's a purple violet fire that you can use to transmute any energy into positivity. So any lack, and all you have to do is take responsibility for the energy that you have now, and knowing of going, okay, I detach myself from anybody else's energy, then taking care of your energy. And then if you are carrying other people's energy, which a lot of you guys are very empathic, so you are, then you can use the violet flame to transmute that energy. And then if you guys want further assistance, I would suggest, investing in becoming a holy fire Reiki master. It is quite expensive, but It is kind of expensive, but I will tell you it's the most powerful type of Reiki. 444, you just saw that? That's a really good sign. 444 is protection. When you see 444, that is about being spiritually protected. So that's a good sign. It says those difficult times will pass. Nothing bad lasts forever. The sun will shine again. The birds will sing. The clouds will clear. And you will be glad you kept moving forward. You will soon be rewarded for your patience. Hold on. You are much stronger than you think. Wow, you guys, this was such a good reading. I love that I was able to be here for you guys. And a lot of you guys needed assistance with personal questions. So I do promos every once in a while where I just help. In the morning, you saw 111. Good. Every time that you're seeing these numbers, you are in alignment. So know when you're seeing the angel numbers, know when you're getting the messages and you're hearing your ears are ringing, that you are receiving. You are receiving. And 222 is all about building. It's about building in your mastery. So yeah. And it's also about taking the next step. There could be another step that needs to be taken for success. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys for being here. Please like this video, share if you feel compelled to, tap that notification bell, and make sure that you're subscribed. And then you'll know when every time I go live. Oh, you guys are both Sagittarius. Interesting. So fire and fire energy, like that's really, really powerful. So I like that. I like that you guys are both Sagittarius. Sagittarius, such good energy. All right, you guys, I'm giving you air hugs and lots of love. Until the next reading, peace be with you. I'll see you in the next one, you guys. Bye. Have a good day.